name is Eugene, or Gene Sampieri. My rank was sonar technician, SOG-2. First of all, the ship had to be spick and span. All of the spaces, there better not be a bit of rust anywhere. A lot of over-the-side work was being done. Some help was brought in from outside to help handle that. All of the electronic spaces were manned by technicians. Myself and one other, I would pick a different guy each day. And the sonar, we would go over every piece of the sonar equipment to make sure everything was calibrated properly. We had to repair 1 or 2 transmitter circuits, which were the big high voltage circuits, had to be rebuilt. Calibration was done every day for that 4 weeks that we worked on it to make sure it was ready. The 2 days before at the end of the 4 weeks, I went on to help chipping and painting, working on the hedgehog mounts and stuff like that. Cleaning the spaces, the sonar shack, which was a large space compared to McGowan. We would make sure everything, all the paperwork and everything that they needed was all there. Everything was still in English. That would be changed later on. But the last few days, we went back over the sonar equipment one last time to make sure everything was absolutely perfect. And then we finally left Naples and headed for Barcelona. And of course, we went through a big storm. The ship got kind of messed up a little bit, so there was a lot of work on that day before we pulled into port to clean everything again, make sure there wasn't something that was hidden before that suddenly popped up. Make sure our sonar was working properly on my part. Pulled in on the last day of November. Everybody packed up their bags. And December 1st was the last day for the ship. That was the McGowan. I do have pictures of you. It shows us coming off, sea bags over your shoulder. It shows I have pictures of the transfer of command over to the Spanish. We all walked off and then assembled on the pier for the final ceremony. And then we headed to wherever we were going. Some were going to the Acadia back. Some were transferred before we left Naples to the Acadia. A radioman I knew fairly well was going to the Acadia, and that was his new duty station. So he was staying in Naples for a while. I think the Acadia was there for another 6 months. Others were going to ships like the Decatur, who were in port at the time. A couple of other destroyers. The McNair, I think, was there. The Essex was there. I went to the Essex for transfer back to the United States. Okay. Aboard the Essex, we were told to keep out of the way. That was it. I said, you can go, you can't go on the flight deck, but you can go up into the tower a little bit. There was one area you could go out and look. But if we were in an exercise, then you go to your racks. Just stay there. There were about, I don't know, maybe 20, 25 of us from the McGowan. That was a quiet trip back, though it took several weeks. We hit a storm on the way back too.